What up? It's your boy, Hash Info. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the show. We're having what you might call a serious dance party. Can you get that? No? How about maybe we get some bubbles? There you go. The bubbles. And you got yourself a nice foot soak. Doing some stretches and meditating. How you doing? This is episode 3624. I'll be uploading about 5 or 6 videos today. Hopefully you can check them out and enjoy. Every single day. I like to show you something a little different. Some days we talk a little different. You know what that sound means? I think for breakfast today we'll do some hash browns. Crispy golden hash browns. I haven't had those for so long. I am going to make the best round of hash browns ever had on this planet. Super stoked. Super stoked. There's a little bit of pasta left, and we'll have hash browns, a little bit of pasta, maybe a couple slices of toast. Smash that like, everybody. How you doing? How you doing today? I can see the chat. Hey, Michelle K. How you doing? Love the name. Must say, I love the name. Hope everybody is enjoying themselves. I'm in Canada. Let me know where you're from. Gonna be planting some flowers today, some trees, some shrubs, all kinds of glory. I will be uploading videos. I'll be doing some tomatoes, some small seedling tomatoes into transplants. All sorts of goodness will be happening today. Absolutely stoked. I wasn't really keen on showing a picture of the before, but maybe what I'll do is I'll take a picture and then I'll keep it, or I'll take a picture and maybe a tiny short clip of what the backyard is looking like, and then I will do a picture and a video of the final product, eh? So we have a lot of square feet to work with. I'm in severe chronic pain, suffering, and many illnesses, and it is, oh no, it's just getting worse. Well, if you can get a hold of your doctor, that would be great. It says getting worse and worse, but how are you doing? I live in New Jersey. Oh, Michelle, let me tell you, there are a lot of people in New Jersey that are in the same boat as you. There's a lot of people in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. They're in the same boat as you. I, for one, have severe chronic pain. If you want, suffering from pain is my middle name. Last night I went to sleep because I was just in a lot of pain, and I get dirty looks from, if I'm with somebody, usually my chick, uh, almost every time. It's actually only my chick that gives me the dirty looks. Actually, it's only that my chick's like, and she's just she wants to hang out with me, right? Or I always want to hang out with her, and then when we finally hang out for a couple hours, I fall asleep. And it sucks. Maybe it's like I feel safe, or well, she rubs my back, right? And then like I drift off. I'm able to fall asleep. It hurts so bad. So if you can get somebody to rub your back for you or massage it, or like I don't know what hurts you, if it's your legs or your feet or your neck, but my back, if I bend over a lot, if I'm picking stuff up like I don't know, like weeds, if I'm picking weeds in the garden, if I'm always picking garbage up in the yard, like you spring cleaning stuff. Like I got a garbage dumper at home, but yeah, those things eventually. Or if I turn the wrong way, oh, a goose. I'm not even kidding about this. A mother goose scared me. A wood duck, a female wood duck, scared the living turds out of me 2 days ago, and it threw out my neck and my spine, re-injuring the injury. You know what I mean? So, holy smokes! Just trying to catch a break here, and basically, I got to duct tape. If my baby kitty could do it, that's the only way I will get a massage, hon. Oh, you have a little baby kitten? What's your baby kitten's name? I massage myself. If you take a tennis ball and put it against the wall and roll it up and down in between your shoulder blades, if you can find a tennis ball, actually anything, if you can find anything like even an empty can or a full can, I mean, put some shoes on in case the thing falls and maybe hits you in the little toes or something, and then rub the can, put the can firmly against the wall. I mean, I'd rather you not use a can. Do you have anything that's like a tennis ball that's firm? Even any kind of ball. It doesn't have to be a tennis ball, but any kind of ball that's firm. Put it in between your shoulder blade, like put it against the wall, and then lean on it where you're sore, or lay on it on the ground. And then just kind of move your body side to side, shifting. If you're laying on the ground, I highly suggest the ground one. And then you can use a can or something that's not too thick, right? It can't be that thickness. It has to be thinner. So if you have like a little can of pasta sauce or something, chuck that underneath your spine, or not under your spine, underneath your shoulder blades, and gently roll on that a few times. Have a hot bath, have a hot shower. If you have a heating pad or a hot water bottle or a magic bag, like with those beans in it, put it on your whatever's aching for 10-15 minutes, and then just lay there and relax. Do a little bit of breathing exercises and slow your breath, and then rub out your pain with the tennis ball or whatever you got on hand. I'm telling you, it's a world of difference. It's not going to be complete relief forever, but you might get a day or two. You might get a week if you're not lifting, bags of sand or shoveling gravel or anything. You might get a month of if you just do that for 5-10 minutes every day. It's summertime now, or it's coming on to summer, so it's a lot better. Well, my angel girl Savannah passed away while I was in sleep. She passed away, and my dad found her. Oh no, I don't know what that means. Your angel girl. Let me read it. Why are the messages going away so fast? Oh, she was a black calico kitty. She was over 20 years old, and I went to her shelter when I was mourning. Oh, it's very sad, but 20 years is a long time to have a friend for. That's very good. A furry friend for 20 years? Boy, you must have taken such good care of your kitty. I think my Spacey lived to be about, well, probably 17, 18, and maybe even a little older. Or no, probably 16 she lived to be, but my Dalmatian lived to be 17. So that was pretty cool. I wish he could have lived forever. I can still close my eyes or just think about him and he's right there. So they didn't pass, our best furry friends didn't pass away. They passed on into energy and they're with us forever now. I cried for a decade plus, you know, when I lost my baby boy, my Dalmatian. But he lived a really good life. He lived a very long life, and he was such a very cool, just a very cool friend, you know. Me and him, we made so many memories. It hurt. I can't really, like, when I think about how many memories we made, there's so many. Let's see what you got for me there. You type something. I'll put it in the chat. I mean, I'll read it. I can't read it until I sit back here. I'm scrubbing my toes in between each one. I really like to take about a good 10, 15, 20 minute and just really, really relax. And then just hammer down. Are you a medical patient? Where always now. Black silky. Give me one more second, Ray. I gotta read it. Your chat box there, but I'm just finishing up my toes here. Alright, it says you wrote there. You wrote mourning her loss. I have her ashes in an urn and some in an urn cross pendant. Oh, that's very nice. Hi, Tigsby. Hi, buddy. Say hi to Michelle, Tiggs. Tiggy, where's your brother? Tiggy. Hi, Tiggs. Tiggs, will you say meow for me? Hi, buddy. You always say meow. Oh, yes. But when I'm in the back, like when I'm doing my toes and stuff, he doesn't like to, he's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to keep it down a little bit because the last thing I want is to get washed. I don't know if I've ever washed Tiggs. I think maybe once and he did not like it. My cat Bob, he is so curious about getting washed and stuff. He's been washed a couple times. He ended up in a mud pit. I didn't even recognize my cat. I came home and he was in the yard. Tiggs, no, get away from there. And I thought it was a huge rat. I thought I was like a mink or a marmot. I really. And I was back, he was walking towards me and I'm like, back off, you freaky looking thing. And then I'm like, what the hell? White paws on something that's kind of like soaking wet and black. And my cat Bob is he's big and furry. And this thing was soaking and drenched and covered in mud. And then the thing goes, wow. And I'm like, Bob? And he's like, wow. And I'm like, holy crap. And I just took him, I swept him up into my arms, and I grabbed him, and I brought him, I ran in the house. I gently placed him in the tub. Or no, I closed the bathroom door. He was on the ground here beside me. I ran the bath. I put some nice lukewarm water in it, and a tiny hint of, I got this special cat soap, lavender and cat. It makes the cat just calm and he loves it. I put him in the tub and gave him a sponge bath in like 2 inches of water, really lukewarm water. Man, after 5 seconds, because he was a little bit chilly, he loved it. He was just sitting there loving it. I think I've given him 3 baths at my other house. I gave him a couple. Just because he was, I don't know, he had some stuff going on when he was young. Now he doesn't. Now his coat's like perfect and healthy, but it's his diet, eh? You got to really watch a cat's diet. If you feed your cat wet food, make sure you add 2 tablespoons of water to each serving of food you feed your cats. They won't get urinary tract infections half as bad as they normally would. And if you're feeding your cat dry food, that's a good way for your cat to get urinary tract infections. You have to make sure that the food that you feed them is low ash cat food. Oh, I just love it. Do you use cannabis to relieve your pain, Michelle? If you use cannabis, what do you use? Do you vape? How do you relieve your pain if you use cannabis? Do you use it with edibles, flower, full spectrum bubble hash? Is it rosin? So, what I will do here is I'm going to leave you over there for a sec. I'm going to read the chat here. Let me see what you put. It says, "Aw, so adorable. Cats are the best. They are. I used to have a veterinarian technician and a licensed pharmacy technician, and now I'm disabled and miss my job. It is what it is, hon." No problem at all. I'll read that. Sorry, I gotta get, so let me hop out here, and then I'll read everything you wrote in succession. What's called in succession. Brush my teeth, mouthwash, some flossing. Is it nice where you are in New Jersey? I always mean to ask with the temperatures. Is it raining there today? I feel like it should be raining where you are, based on my location to your location. Maybe it rained yesterday and now it's just a bit chillier. I do feel like you should have some rain today, though I don't know if I'm making a big mistake saying that, but I feel like the rain would still be coming your way at some point. I could be wrong. Let's see what you wrote here. It was warm the past 2 days, hon. No, I have a pain doctor. I can't use marijuana. I'm allergic to it. Oh, interesting. Cool. I mean, I guess that sucks, but I've never heard of somebody that's allergic to cannabis. Are you also allergic to oranges? Because cannabis has like many varieties, but there's the same terpenes in Valencian oranges and mandarin oranges and tangerine oranges that exists in cannabis. And I mean, there's terpenes galore. Like, are you allergic to lavender? Are you allergic to there's a certain type of wood terpene. I can't think of. Oh shoot! Damn it! I can't. Carolphyllene. Are you allergic to like a lot of different things? Because that would be the thing that makes sense to me right now. I'm having a real hard time with this one. Hopefully you can answer that one for me, please. Are you allergic to the smoking? Like smoke? So, like, if you eat an edible, what happens? Does your throat close? Do you have a hard time breathing? What's your allergic reaction that happens if you eat cannabis? Because eating cannabis and also there's like so many different kinds. I don't know how they're saying you're allergic to cannabis. There's so many different varieties that have completely different spectrums of essential oils. Some contain none of what the others contain. Entirely, like there's 0.0000000 of it. Like you'd be more likely to find higher concentrates of terps from oranges. Interesting. Definitely want to. I would love to talk with your doctor that says you're allergic to cannabis. It's such a weird one to be allergic to. I mean, dude, we have so many medications here that you could be allergic to, and they still give it to you. Maybe not saying they always do, but we have allergic reactions all the time. Um, any little rash on your body is a reaction to something you did to your body or put next to it or you ingested. I would maybe get a second opinion. And if you're allergic to cannabis, can you rub it as a tincture on your sore arm or knee or back or neck? There's a great way to tell if you're how allergic you are too. I mean, you would know best. Well, I hope you would know best. But if you take a little piece of bud and you rub it on your arm, like on the inside of your arm, just a tiny little touch. Wait 20 minutes, a half hour. if there's no mark there, like nothing, no irritation, no little red visibility, this is from like survival standpoint. This is the guide to survival and to find out if you have allergic reactions. I'm not going to tell you to touch it to your tongue, but you could put it on your wrist and just touch it to you and see if it flares up or if you get a little rash. Then you have definitely something. So many people, even me myself, when I am in my cannabis gardens and my friends' medical cannabis gardens for ages, if I'm in there with a t-shirt and I brush my forearm against it, when I come out of there, I'll have inflamed, like just like a spot where it's like a streak and it's like a little red rash. But that's the plant's natural defense mechanism to keep little insects away, right? It's harmful for them. It's definitely not harmful for us on the skin to a point where it's going to put you in the hospital or something. I've never seen a study that says cannabis puts people in the hospital because they touched it. I actually used to look for stuff like that because there were so many people saying they were allergic to it back in the early 2000s, and I find it was an American thing put out by doctors to scare you. I know 0 people in Canada that are allergic to cannabis. In front of my own eyes, I saw them have allergic reaction. And I've seen 10,000 people use cannabis. So I have a wider study than any of the people. No doctor sits there with 10,000 people over his lifetime and says, okay, smoke up in front of me, but I want to see what you look like. They're not doing it. And they're never going to beat my number of people that I've seen, right? There's a lot of false misconceptions and a lot of false information that's passed around in the medical field to misrepresent cannabis. And I'll tell you firsthand, I knew a girl in New Jersey 20 years ago, plus 21, 22 years ago, and she was awesome. And she had a buddy who was a master grower, and her name was Amanda, and she worked in a veterinary office, and she was very smart, just amazing woman, and she was right into cannabis. Like, she was more into cannabis than anyone I had ever met before. And I was like, this is so weird. I'm like, you're very beautiful and you're very cool at the same time. I'm like, this is very, very new to me, right? Like, I'd never met anybody that was so into cannabis. And she always had quarter bags. Like, she was like the same age as me. And she always had quatches. Like, just everyone else, even still to this day, I see everyone buys like a gram or an eighth. She would have laughed then. She was like, here's a QP. And like, here's like every weekend. It was like a new huge bag, but she would have quarters of like individual, like different varieties. And I'd be like, that one's blueberry. There's lemon skunk. I don't know, like, fuck. There was just, I'm not gonna sit in there. She had access to Medicine Man strains back in California, which to me blew my mind. Hardly anybody knew about Medicine Man. Unless you were an OG grower from way back and you were on like 2 threads. But yeah, she had blue lifesavers. She had access to everything. I was like, I have these ones, Like, I'd never seen anybody that she wasn't growing, her buddy was, but it was fucking amazing. But I highly suggest you take some second and third opinions outside of the state of New Jersey from a doctor. I would even try to head to California and get a real doctor's opinion. See, most doctors in New Jersey are new to cannabis. They've never really seen, all the people in New Jersey used to lie and say they didn't use cannabis. But maybe if it's legal now, they're seeing an influx of people coming forward saying, oh, cannabis works for me, bud, right? Here in California, this stuff's been going on since 1996. Prop 215 was created and rolled out with the help of a gentleman named Steve Cubby, He's a great friend of mine. I got some autograph material from him from 1999, 2000. Spoke with him over the phone back in early 99, 2000. He gave me some words of advice I didn't take. I'm glad I didn't, but at the same time, I can't imagine my life if I would have left this sad province that, hated on cannabis harder than anyone. He told me, he said, you better run. You better get to BC fast, man. You don't belong there. I was heartbroken when he told me that. I respected this guy like no other. This guy grows, he had stalks bigger than Coke cans, He was growing pound plants back then. There was nobody doing that. This guy was a genius. But when he told me that, I was like, damn, man. I can't leave, Well, number one, I was just a kid. I knew BC was stupid expensive. I know I'd had to just uproot my entire life and go there. And I knew I was making a bad mistake if I did that. There's certain things here that are better than there. I mean, it's only better for me. It's not better for any of you. But yeah, I got some great advice from a legend. And yeah, I won't forget that dude ever. I won't forget the words he said. Basically, he told me something I can't remember it exactly word for word right now. It still blows me away to this day, but he told me basically where I am. I'm surrounded by sharks. He wouldn't even understand. Like, I knew what he meant then. We had to talk in riddles then, still to this day, but the world changed back then, and it allowed BC to be freer. Where I was from, at the time that I was talking to him, was the most dangerous place in most of North America. And I was very sad by what he said because I already knew that. But hearing it from somebody that was so far away, I love these relaxing chats. I'll probably try to do one of these every morning. I can fit this in, so there's an easy 300 a year, right? Do this for 10 years, there's 3,000. There you go. We're going to hit 3,000 of these shows over the next 10 years. Maybe 3,500. We'll try and do one a day, so that's 3,600 plus 3,650. I'm going to read Michelle's comments. She's been chatting with the Hashman, typing away here, so. Okay. I can eat oranges and smell lavender. I don't know why I'm allergic to it. My cousin Joey, we both throat closes. It's from smoking. Have you ever? So it says here, smoke cigs, hun. We both throat close, but you do smoke cigarettes? Wait a second. Well, then it's something in the you're combusting something in the cannabis. There's an oil in there. I mean, how do you smoke cigarettes but you can't have the other one? I've never heard of that before. And that means you're allergic to something in the smoke, though. Do you drink Budweiser beer? That's a close relative to cannabis. That's a cousin of cannabis. The cannabis hops is in Budweiser. Have you ever had a Budweiser beer? Just like you said, you and your cousin, both your throat closes. People are no different than plants. A cousin, your cousin, genetics. The cousin of the cannabis plant is a great example of how people drink cannabis without knowing it. It just doesn't have THC, and you can't be allergic. There's no way you're allergic to the active ingredient in cannabis, which is THCA. There's no way. That's impossible. You have an endocannabinoid system in your body. That would mean basically, well, that would tell me that you may have lupus or something. Like, do you have something that your body is fighting itself? Do you have lupus? There's very few things I can think of in the medicinal world that are making sense with this doctor's recommend or this doctor saying you're allergic to it. You haven't Have you ever tried Sativex? It's a spray. It's an inhalant that was created by doctors in 1996 or 1997. And I spoke with a girl on Xbox Live, the original Xbox, in 1999, and she had, I can't remember what she had she might have had leukemia or something like that. I can't remember the exact thing she had, but it was like eye opening to me. They gave her an inhalant and pills, Sativex. You should look that up. It's starting to sound like the doctors are trying to scare you. Cannabis is a lot cheaper um, when refined the right way. You may be allergic to smoking cannabis. There's no way you're allergic if they derive it and pull out some of the cannabinoids in there and pop it in a pill form. Why couldn't you just eat it? So you got to check on some of that stuff with your doctor. Something's not adding up in the slightest there. FSM. Good morning. Come with me to the kitchen. Won't you please come with me? Michelle, let me read all your comments there. I appreciate that. Emphysema. Okay, so emphysema. You definitely don't want to be inhaling stuff if you have emphysema. So now we're getting somewhere. Emphysema is a real, but I think there's evidence to prove cannabis has helped out people with asthma. Now I don't know what the levels, like how many people, but I know that it has helped some. Yeah, screw it. We'll have bubbles rolling around the kitchen here, no problem. All the dishes are done. All the dishes are done. They're all in the cabinets. All there. Wait, where are they? They're all there. They're all... Where are they? They're all there. And there. All there. There, we done it. Michelle, are you dying to see the hash, man? Just type yes. Oh, Tiggs is wanting some treats. Should we feed the Tiggy baby? Should we feed the Tiggy baby? Come here, Tiggy baby. We're gonna feed him. Just give me a second. We're feeding Tiggy baby. We're feeding the Tiggy baby. The phone is zoomed in. The phone is zoomed in. Yes, it is. There you go. Come on, Tiggs. Over here, bud. You're my sugar baby. And all the kitties said, meow, 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 meow. Come on out and play. And all the girlies said, I'm pretty fly for a white guy. So we're going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I usually pull out more stuff out of the gate. And the pasta. Got this little container of pasta. It's not doing much to anyone. And yesterday's vegan bacon there. And hash browns. Hash browns! And the masters of the hash brown universe. Ooh, I can't wait. I got some sifting I want to do right away. Well, not right away. Oh, jeez, Bob. So my cat Bob just decided to literally, it doesn't even make sense how they run underneath and to the side of my feet as I move though. They don't start running until I start moving. And it's like a game to see if they can call PETA on me and have me, I think they're trying to get this house. Right. So Michelle K, how do you know me? Like, where do you see me from? Wait, when was the first time you saw me in the chat? Because you've been here for a while now, like you knew me. I've never seen you before. How come that is? How come that is? So I gotta wash out some. Damn, I didn't think I had to do anything. I gotta wash the frying pan. It takes 2 seconds, but let's get her done. I think it's -3 in Winnipeg. It's mild. I mean, unless you're a wuss, you're freaking out right now. It's cold, but I got stuff to do today, and there's no doing it. No one's doing it for me. There's absolutely no one that could do it for me. It's not that I don't trust people. It's that what I'm doing is very hard. You know, it's not easy stuff, and it's time consuming. And if you do it wrong, you screw up everything. This is no joke. I'm not here to go. I'm doing the real deal, right? Master. So you're gonna get it, and you're gonna do it right. Now I actually have 2 shots at this because I am a master. I mean, I got as many shots as I want, but I have 2 shots at doing this because I am that good. I know I always say you can only do 1 a year, but you can actually bang 3 or 4 a year outside, but you gotta know what you're doing. And again, lots of people got no clue. If they're trying to steal tricks of the trade, right? They want to understand your business. And that's where you have to let them know that they're trying to spy and steal and copy what you do. There's people out there that are like, oh, you're in business, and then they can find out how much you make a year. Then they buy some and they replicate it, and then they can go and undercut you with larger volumes. And then what that does is allow you, to have to charge more while they charge less, right, for the same product, because they know your shippers, they know your clients, and they know the brands and the types you use, right? I watch this happen to people all the time. I told a specific company they're like, oh yeah, we're here to help you. I'm like, no, you're not. You're actually stealing my intellectual, my insight, as well as you now know 30% you now know 70 to 75% of my business and the way it works. And so as soon as I said that, I got a letter back or something, and they're like, oh shit, okay, everything you showed us is good. We're good, bud. And I'm like, fuck you. I shouldn't have showed you half of what I had to show you. Fucking losers. See, some people, they don't really realize, I know people that have been ripped off by legitimate legal people, right? These people it's not against the law what they're doing, because they make the laws that allow them the power to tiptoe around, in between, and through it. The same people that run the media, they control the laws. They actually control sheriffs, governments, everything. They control the patent offices. It's a sick world, that we are slaves, and anyone who has a good idea, you can be misrepresented, you can be told, you can be basically told, or people will create campaigns, smear campaigns, to denounce your good work. And lots of peons, as you can see, Twitter followers of all kinds. If you're following Mariah Carey, you're a goof. If you're following, 70% of the political people on Twitter, you're a goof. So, just remember, if your biggest, go look at your Instagram, your whatever social media apps you have, go see who the people are with the highest followers that you are following. And please God, make sure that there's no one over 500,000, even 100,000. I don't know one good person that has 100,000. Not one good person I know has 100K followers in the world. And I know I've tried to make contact with the coolest people in the world, and then I find out later they're all dolts. So Take it from me. I'm telling you, the coolest people in the world are those that they ain't got nothing to lose, and they definitely ain't got 1 million subscribers. Will Smith, Bill Gates, Jack Black, all these people, they're pawns in a pond, you know? And it's a small field. So if you like Jack Black, you're probably pretty dumb, right? Honestly, like you have nothing real big going in your life. Jack Black's content is zero. He has nothing going on that talks about lifestyle, health choices, research, you know, any breaking news regarding, not news, but any breaking info regarding health and science. That dolt will never bring you anything of enlightenment type. Your time is being wasted, you know. I live every day like I'm going to live forever. So I collect knowledge like I'm going to live forever. You understand? I don't sit and just, you know, pick my teeth and my toes and not collect knowledge daily. And there's a lot of people that will never understand that. Absolutely no chance you will ever get what I just said. The true meaning of what I just said, this slips away from so many of you, like this simple quote from Mark Twain. It is easier to fool someone than it is to tell them that they have been fooled. So, to all you followers of mass media and mass marketing, promoting of celebrities, celebrity dance-offs, celebrity singing shows, you're all fools and losers if you know anything about that stuff. That stuff is taking away from your entire existence. It's making you less daily. Don't take my word for it. Just go look at what you accomplished last year from watching all those shitty shows. I didn't watch one. Want to see what I accomplished? Go watch my last year's set of daily live streams where I crushed things. Big difference is I'm not here to really teach enlightenment. I just came here, right? I'm here now. I never thought, I don't think of myself as someone who is spiritual or anything. It just turns out I am. Because I didn't spend my life watching celebrity shows that are, well, okay, so I'll give you a perfect example. The first one, and I'm old. Remember I told you guys I'm old. In 1999 or 2000 or 2004, there was some show called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I don't know when it was, but it was so stupid. And it was like in the jungle, and I thought I'd laugh. I was baked one day. I'm like, let's put this on, babe, and we'll have a laugh. And it turns out the show is just solid bunk. Solid bunk. And what that means is that the first time I saw a celebrity kind of in IRL, I'm like, holy shit, these people not only can they not even wipe their own ass, they're pussies. You know, they have been silver spoon fed. They, you know, you go into the woods and these people start crying. Just they're walking in the woods and they're freaking out. There's no electricity around them. Like I've seen that with kids before, but not grown men and women. So to me, I find a lot of celebrities entirely are garbage. Garbage. Russell Crowe, serious boss. Okay? Serious boss, Russell Crowe. Doesn't want nothing to do with Pedalwood, Hollyweird. The guy steers clear of that stuff. And it's apparent that shit's real.
I just think that there's a lot of people in the world that don't realize how evil rich people are in Hollywood that are, I don't know what the good term is, but there's a lot of evil people in Hollyweird. I'll give you an example. You got Nicole Smith dating, really old dudes most of her life. Like Hollywood is a playground for old men and women to pick up a very young person and dangle a $50,000 gold carrot in front of their head to make them move forward. So I don't relate with you, scum. Right? I really don't. Like, if you dangled anything in front of me, I would take it from you and say, "Move on, bitch." Like, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Right? You dangled that motherfucker right in my face. Fucking take that, right? That's mine, bitch. No, I don't fit in, right? So what Hollyweird does is they check you. They'll send little feelers out into the live streams or wherever you are, and they'll ask you questions. They'll be super creepy with you. They'll be like, "Hey, you into dudes?" I'm like, "Fuck no. Fuck no, I'm not into dudes, bud." Like everyone in Hollyweird is into dudes. That strikes me as super creepy. They don't just pick dudes though. They want young boys. They want to hang out with young boys. You don't have to look very far. You got Michael Jackson sleeping with Macaulay Culkin in the same bed. Oh, but nothing went on. But we paid you. Like disgusting, creepy stuff. We'll settle outside of court for no reason at all with Macaulay Culkin. But nothing happened. Nothing ever happened. But we settled, so something happened. Like, you can't be that fucking stupid. But this is what they do, Hollyweird can get off with money, settling outside of court and not allowing the media to tell the story, right? NDNA, non-disclosure deal, whatever it is, agreement. You got to think about these things. For the person that was raped or belittled by a rich millionaire, is money worth your broken conscience, your broken memories? Forever, you're broken. Somebody did something to you that is not allowed by law, like natural law, what laws we create to keep us sort of harmonious. I say sort of because the laws are actually created so they can tiptoe around everything. Like I just said, you had illegal activity with a young boy and a grown freak who was a celebrity, a pop star. And then here's the creepiest thing is you get these people that are pop stars. They will they're all over, young singing. They promote, they cater to a genre that's younger people. It's creepy, they know the writers of the songs and the way that they promote it and market it. It's promoted and marketed to your children, not to you, an adult. It's really creepy. So remember that if you're in Hollyweird, you're already labeled a pedo. You have to prove you're not a pedo. And that's a hard thing to do because I don't know if you've been to Hollyweird or seen some of the men, the casting couches, the directors, they're all ancient, There's hardly any women. What's the guy from House of Cards? He's like banished from anything. And now he's making YouTube videos saying do weird shit to your enemies while he's poking stuff in a fire. And they allow this stuff on YouTube. It's actually expressing it's a weird statement with the bald dude that grabs other people's penises on House of Cards. Some real bitch actor, I can't remember his name, Kevin Spacey, such a goof. The guy's a pussy. I wish he'd grab my wang so I could just seriously throw down on him in 5 seconds. I would crush him so bad. I should get a job on House of Cards and just go thump him, right? Shouldn't I? You guys, what are you thinking? Should I do a roll with Spacey? Wear some real tight jeans? Maybe have a lollipop in my mouth or something while I'm doing the skits with him? And then when he just can't handle himself anymore, eh? This is the world we created because of lack of respect for ourselves, eh, Michelle? Michelle, you haven't hit the like button yet, boo-boo. What's going on, boo-boo? No, I really don't like Twitter. I only like Ozzy Osbourne. I don't like Ozzy Osbourne, but that's okay. Ozzy Osbourne's definitely creepy. And who knows what Ozzy Osbourne's done this time. Ozzy Osbourne ripped a live bat apart on stage, you know? That's a disrespect for life. I don't like that. Or he bit the head off of a bat for entertainment purposes. So I value that bat had a family, just like kittens and your kittens have a family. Imagine if I liked a rap star that bit the head off a kitten, right? So you gotta side with me a little bit, or you end up sounding a little bit evil. That, you know, Ozzy Osbourne should never have bit the head off a living creature. And then there's these other old fucks now that used to bite the heads off doves and stuff on stage. These are like satanic blood rituals, you know? People don't realize the connections that they're doing, but it's creating a taste for blood. And that's disgusting. Not only that, it's completely wrong. A flower is meant to be sniffed and looked at, not picked and plucked all the petals off of it. That flower was there for nature, for the bees to land on and pollinate, for next year's flowers to seed. When we take life and shed blood, we stop nature from existing entirely. Rastafari. He really was. You can't make excuses for him. That would be like saying, I watched 50 Cent bite the head off 50 kitties. But it's okay, he was high on meth. That's not a fair... I don't agree with it. It's disgusting, and Ozzy Osbourne is a pussy. And a scum fuck piece of shit that did far too many drugs. Now he's a giblet. Ozzy Osbourne is a giblet because of all his drugs. I would never want to end up like Ozzy Osbourne. I am 50 times the man Ozzy Osbourne could have ever been. But that's what Hollyweird did to him. That's what Hollyweird did to him. He was probably definitely on drugs, given to him by a manager, and controlled. He's too stupid to know that, you know, what he's doing, his actions are actually consciously wrong because his conscience is being enveloped by methamphetamines and crack cocaine, alcohol. He had a serious alcohol addiction. Did you know alcohol makes you stupid? Probably why I'm so fucking smart. I quit drinking alcohol years ago. When I was 24, 25, 26, I cut right back off alcohol. And I had done it before when I was younger, but like way younger. Like people where I'm from, people used to drink at a very young age. I'm not going to start... Let's just say it was around 9 or 10 or 11. People were drinking, blazing, dropping mushrooms, acid, all this stuff. In the 80s and 90s. Now it's changed and kids are pussies and, you know, you can't even, kids ask for a ride to the mall, you know? We were like, fuck no, we don't want no one following us for 500 miles. Like, we're watching, we got 6 friends, 3 blocks separated, checking to see if your cars are following us at a distance, bud. No, I don't like the way that the children are raised today. Fuck, man. You should see the way some parents raise their kids. Like, I don't even understand. If their parents have an accident, their kids are fucking useless. Like, will never amount to anything because all they do is whine, piss, and moan. I had to get up in the morning, get dressed, make breakfast, and walk to school for a half hour, 40 minutes. There and back, every day. And there could be a fucking snowstorm. And there was no one around. Like, my mom left the house, she worked early in the morning, she was gone by 7 in the morning. So there was a couple times when I stayed home, I didn't want to wake up out of bed. And my Ava would come over and he'd wake me up. One time I hid in between the mattresses on my bed. And, yeah, I hid in between my mattresses. And he didn't know I was in there, so I got to stay home. But I still, about a half hour, he was like, if you're in here, you better get to school. Your mom called and I don't want to be looking for you. He's a nice guy, but he was serious. He was like, you should get to school. And my Ava, he's playing the dad role. Kind of gave me a little bit of a fright. He didn't threaten me with violence, but he said, you're going to be in trouble if you don't go to school, He never hit me once in his life. But yeah, that's how it is, People, so I got up and got dressed and I fucking ran to school in like 10, 15 minutes, It takes me about half hour. I booked it there. I told the teacher I got to school, I'm like, I had diarrhea and shit was okay, She made me come. I told her we got to go outside the class to have this discussion. She's like, okay. She's like, oh shit, something actually happened. So I go outside the classroom with her, and I'm like, come closer. I'm like, I had diarrhea. And then I leaned back and I looked at her, and like, fuck, did she buy it? I'm looking at her eyes, and she's like, oh, okay. And then I looked at her, and I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry. Can I go to the washroom? She's like, fuck, go, take your time. And I went, I didn't come back for like half hour, 45 minutes. I went for a walk around the school, chooched one, came back in. I'm like, yo, what's up, bud? I was grade 8 or 9, but I was a boss, there was nothing, that I couldn't handle. Fuck, talk about forgetting your lunch. There was like 60 days out of the year I didn't even have a lunch. Like there was I had breakfast, it was a banana sometimes. And I would go to school with fuck all. And I have $3 on me and people would take me out for lunch. Not because I was poor, and I'd just be like, yo, I'll fucking get you back one day. And I am hash info, right? So it was like, people would fucking buy me lunch and then we would just have a nice, do one up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see a bright future for our children. They're feeble. Our children are also lazy and pretty much helpless. Unless your kid plays a lot of sports, has muscle already, I don't see a good future for your kid, If I was to take your kids out one by one and garden with them, I would, and if I had to hire one of them, I wouldn't hire any of them. This is a no-brainer that I would definitely not hire any kids. Kids have a span. I see this on people when I go to certain businesses here in the city. I'll see people that are I'll be waiting in line and I'll see a fucking 24-year-old guy, nicest can be guy. He helps me. As soon as he sees it's me, he gives me a deal, gives me a discount, and I try and help him. I'm not going to say where he works or anything, but fuck, I'm telling you, there are so many people like this guy. He'll get on his phone. The guy will say, do this, or you check out this, and then he's getting a text. And I'm literally watching this guy not do his job in front. I'm waiting in line because he's slow ass, and I can't get service. I'm 3 people back, but I'm like, fuck, buddy, get off your phone and punch some shit in. The guy said, help out this person so he can fork that guy over to you and move on to another one. It's gotta be his son or something, or his cousin, his nephew or something, because the guy is not, he shouldn't be at the front, he should be only in the back helping grab shit. I don't want to say what he does. But yeah, this is my life, I watch people raise kids ineffectively. No backbone. No, hey, when you're going to be old right away, you may be 16 now, but you could come across a situation where you should act like an adult, Do you know what the fuck to do in these scenarios? Fuck no. I watched a movie yesterday with, children who are, assassins or something like that. And that's a comedy with a girl as the star, and she's a fighter. I don't know what she is. She's a fucking secret agent child. She's 16. But the movie really nailed it for feebleness of the generation that exists right now. Feeble as fuck, So I hope the next generation that comes, I don't think it's never going to get better because the parents fucked up on teaching kids. The parents sit and watch their celebrity shows. The kids sit on an iPad or play video games. Never connect with nature. Never play sports because the parents are too broke because they're sitting there playing fucking celebrity fucking stupid shows all night. I just see things in that have changed the face of humanity for the worse, you know? First, it was our parents who were too scared to say something to the governments. You know, oh, this is a little bit too much. What is this vaccine good for? Oh, fuck it. Just give it to my kid. Who cares? I gotta work today. It's a recession, and I'm broke, so I'm pissed off. When my kids get home, I'm gonna be pissed off at them because the government's created a recession that forces me to pay more while 10 rich corporations get bailouts. This has been going on since the beginning of the system's creation. But fucking here we are in the 15th bailout in the last 100 years, and we still haven't fucking risen up. Holy fuck. Talk about stupidity. And talk about lack of respect for humanity. So they obstruct what you should be thinking about by carrying on about your worries, which they shouldn't be your worries. If you have worked before, then your government should help you, right? A lot of people in this country have a lot of problems. In Canada, have a lot of problems they're not going to be able to fix because of their lack of respect for good, transparent governing. The governments of Manitoba, of Canada, are needing to be revamped quickly. And I don't know if it's going to happen right away, but it'll happen in the next year or so, maybe 2 years. We'll have a complete revamp of politicians in this country. I think jail is coming for a lot of health, privatized health. I can see the future. I've seen it. And jail is coming. I'm telling you straight up, jail is coming for a lot of people in the healthcare industry. PPE is one prime example. The lack of preparation. PPE stuff doesn't go bad. So buying in bulk, one time, for a 10-year span for Canada is the obvious answer. But here we are, and if we're going to buy bulk, let's buy bulk from Manitoba, where we designed and created the newest silicone mask. Was created by a doctor in Winnipeg, I believe. I can't remember, he's a surgeon. And I can't remember his name, but I did screenshot it, and I will post a thank you, doctor, to him and his team. He had a team that created this mask. He didn't do it by himself. He worked 18-hour days creating this mask over several weeks, could be months. I'm not exactly sure on all the details, but it's some beautiful work. Beautiful. Highly recommend. You go Google doctor creates PPE equipment for everyone. It's a beautiful story. Alright. We've got a little bit of pastas. Pull that to the side here like that. We got some, we got a piece of, what do we have here? Hash browns, toast, and a dash of, and we're having cremini mushrooms. Cremini mushrooms. Golden brown crispy hash browns. I'll show you. You're going to see this come together in a second. Here, let me grab some, got a bun, toast and tomato sandwich coming right up. So at about 12:30, going to be giving her for a few hours here, probably 6 hours. So off and on, obviously. I can't work for 6 hours straight. Not what I do anyway. I mean, you guys can I mean, I probably could if I had to, but I'd hurt my back for days after. Take my time, you know? I need about a 5 or 10 minute break every couple hours. Maybe 3 hours, I need a 10. Just to sit, stand, or just not bend over for 10 minutes straight. Or crouch down, or whatever the task is. Alright, these hash browns look amazing. A little bit of ketchup and barbecue sauce. I'm using barbecue. She's using ketchup. I was gonna do smoothies. I'm just trying to see how much food is here. There's not that much. I'm gonna do smoothies. I'm gonna be a smoothie rider. Oh, all right. Get a little bit of ketchup for her. A little bit of Q for me. And just a dash of this to the mushrooms. I don't know if you could see my face, but it was a happy face. All right, come here. I want to show you this. We got these cremini Kansas City style barbecue sauce. Golden crisp. Let me wait. Hang on here. Golden crispy hash browns. Cooked to perfection. Gonna heat up this leftover vegan pasta. And over here we have the vegan burgers. I'm gonna pull up this one and that one, put them on there, put the rest back. These are from a couple days ago. I made olive and jalapeno, cheddar. These are vegan biscuits, okay? And I used just a little bit of Earth's Island. Yeah, and then this is my lemon for washing stuff in the sinks. So, hang on, what the fuck was that at my door? Someone needs a drop kick. Give me 1 second. Nothing. There's my cat in the other room. But now, I don't know if you saw those zoomers before, but take a peek at them now. And that's what you're looking for, that beauty caramelization. It does look good, doesn't it? Yeah, sports make you smart because it teaches you how to hang out with people and not be a dick to them, right? I love problem solving with people, but there's a thing when so many people want to be a leader and maybe, you know, they shouldn't be. There's a time to have a good idea, and then there's a time to just realize that, you know, somebody else may not be smarter than you, but may have more experience in an area than you. I always listen, you know, I always listen to the way I hear the sciencey aspect coming from people, and if they can refer to, like in a court of law, to not Exhibit A, but to a case file, a case that has been that was already gone down, is kind of a term in courts of law. You have to find examples of past cases where judges sided with this person or with this group of people or with Hang on, I gotta divvy up these mushrooms, and I want to make sure I have more than half. I love mushrooms so much. And look, if my chick wanted more than half, she could have, but sometimes she complains about mushrooms. I can't have that. These are such perfection. I won't stand for it. All right. Now, watch this. Now we're going to pop. See, what I'm doing is I'm doing lunch and breakfast same time because I ain't coming back in here. We're just getting it going. I got stuff to do today. I want to have these burgers ready to rack and roll, bro. So that's done. I'll wash that. Watch this. My mouth is just salivating. You grab this vegan burger patty. Pop there. You grab this vegan burger patty. And we're going to pop it there. All right. Now, we put these back. In the freezer. Grab an IGA bag on the side of it. No smoothies, we have plenty of. Now there's plenty of stuff going on here. We put this in the garbage, put these away. Oh, we need a little bit of dash of that. We need a little bit of onion for those. Take out the bacon from that. So it's vegan bacon, by the way. Vegan bacon. And that there. Check this. Okay. Now we're gonna do a nice cup of tea. Very nice to have tea in the morning. What kind of tea is your favorite, Michelle? What do you go for? I love peppermint teas. I love fennel teas. Peppermint ginger fennel is what we're going with right now. And for chick, we're gonna do. She can try it as chamomile. Let's do a fruit tea over here. Let's open up this one. It's been open. She likes this one. This is a fruit mix. Fruit tea. Caffeine free too, so that's important. No caffeine for us. Yeah, it's amazing. Some people will pump caffeine in their body, but they won't touch cannabis. And if you knew what caffeine was, and if you read some studies on what caffeine does to your body, I will never drink caffeine again if I can help it. I hate it. Caffeine is wicked bad for your system. That's why they make it. That's why they pump it in everything we do. Pop. You'll never see an elite. You'll never see an elite drinking coffee from McDonald's or Tim Hortons. Never. Never. I don't care how many Tim Hortons and McDonald's that elite owns. They won't eat or drink from their restaurants. Unless they've given up on their body and themselves. You know, but it's very uncommon to find a rich person that eats from fast food restaurants. Very uncommon. You can't make correlations about that? Can't figure out why? It's because they know. It's because they know. All right, everything is ready. I'm going to show you now because we didn't have it. It wasn't showing well before. It was showing great and everything, but let me show you the spread now. Come this way. Check this out. Oh, I'm going to fart again. Someone quick pull that finger. Oh, that was a nice one too. So here you can see a little bit of hash browns. Got these super nice. You're a coffee drinker? Damn it. I'm really sorry to hear that. It's very, 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 very unhealthy for you. That's probably half the reason your body aches so much, Angel. Try a month without coffee and then come back and thank me. These are vegan plant-based burgers, and they are going to be heavenly when I'm done with them. And this is vegan bacon, and this is vegan ground. All plants. This is plants. This is plants. That's plants. This is a fungi, and this is a fungi. These are golden brown crispy hash browns. Oh, let me tell you, it looks yummy. Italian seasoning, garlic powder, a dash of salt, goldenness, olive oil, fried in, shallow, tiny fry. I mean, a shallow, light fry. You can hear the sizzle on these. It's coming up now. And then, of course, you got the spaghetti, and then you saw this. And then here's the fruit tea, and just bopping that down. Bopping her. That's fennel tea. Yeah. Oh, and this is vegan butter here. It's very healthy. And this is the olive oil that I used for the my hash browns. And there's a little tiny little sliver of that. Oh, this stuff smells amazing. I wish you all could be right now just yet. Yeah, coffee's super bad for you. I don't know why you're saying, oh, there, I missed it. But yeah. So I've got these, and then I just do a little the bun for the burger. This one's got to go back in. So just sitting on top for a second. Goes down. So we got one tea down, looking at the last tea, and then I'm gonna breakfast in bed. My chick, breakfast in the bed. So let's get her fork ready. Let's get her. Whew, it's a lot of food. I'm thinking I'll chuck some pasta on her plate there. Now we'll wait till. Wait, the vegan burgers have to have stuff on them. Pickles, mayonnaise, onion. And that's probably pretty good. Oh, and mustard. And ketchup. Where's the ketchup? Right here. Okay, so on her burger, ketchup, onion, sliced tangy dill pickles, mustard, and veganese. Okay? So now, we're just going to go... I don't even need that butter. I don't know why I put the butter here. I think because I was thinking I was going to use the butter for the mushrooms, but we don't do that kind anymore. Just use olive oil. I could, but I choose not to. So, give these burgers a little flipski. Oh, yeah. Oh, these smell so good. I have no clue where these are from. That sucks. I think these are from... Damn it, that sucks. Oh my god, these ones have like a stuffing, like a turkey stuffing. Without there being meat in this, or turkey. Oh my. No, they smell like freaking Salisbury steaks, man. OMG, these smell so good. So the pasta's ready. Yep. So we're gonna apply that. She liked the spaghetti without a lot of the extra meat sauce. She loves it. She wished there was more pasta sauce. So I'll take the extra meat sauce. I'm gonna have to put these burgers. I'm gonna have to plate these burgers. I'm gonna have to prepare them on a separate plate. They're still frying. Let's show you. Let's pound down these burgers together, shall we? Yes, yes. So like that. Toast popped over here. Veganese, so we need a butter knife. I got one here. Man, I gotta go like this. I don't want to stick this in the veganese jar, even though it's veganese. So we got our teas made. Let them steep for about 10-15 minutes. Too hot anyway, but ooh, get it. It's your first little spread. And your second. Okay. We're out of relish, but we got pickles, so it's all good. I don't know, pickled relish. I mean, relish is real good, though, I gotta tell you. You just want to go like that, give it a little spin around the block. You can, like so. This one we're gonna have to pat down a little bit here. This will be mine. I don't put ketchup on mine. I put barbecue sauce, and I noticed that barbecue sauce and veganese. This is Hellman's vegan dressing. It's not veganese. This is Hellman's, and you can get it at the store. I don't know where veganese is bought anymore, and it's pretty expensive for a small jar. This damn good-sized jar of vegan Hellman's is cheap. So if it says certified vegan, pick it up. Put it in your cart, all right? Thank you for supporting a non-horrific industry like the vegan food market. It's such a soul. Your soul will reap so many benefits in a year. And you won't forgive yourself for the atrocities that you allowed for so long after you understand that the corporations control influence, and that's how you ended up saying, bacon from, it's not bacon, that pig had a family, it had a home, and it was taken in a second by greed and monetary system. Don't let that happen anymore. Don't let it happen again. I'm trusting in good people to make conscious decisions for the future of everything here. If we're being watched, wouldn't you like to be on the right side of good? If they're like, did you know that cows and chickens were being brutally abused, slaughtered inhumanely on a daily basis? Or did you not know? And I mean, if you knew and you continued to eat it, shame on you. And I don't like you. Make some conscious choices in your life today, so tomorrow you can sleep sounder. I shit you not. I never realized that a vegan life could free up my soul and my spirit so good and make me so much purer. Well, it did, and it has. My chick likes lots of onion. I do too, but not as much as her. I mean, I love onion and a lot of onion, but she can, what seems sometimes to be a lot, not for her. These farts are amazing. Plus, if you're vegan, you have gas that is incredibly powerful. You can fill a gas tank with this stuff. Don't quote me on it. Just try it. And if it doesn't work, you can have your money back. All right? I'm serious. Like, wow, the stuff that comes out of me sometimes. And it's never at anyone else's house. It's like I'm not allowed to. It's like my body won't do it. I've never actually had to fart. Oh, maybe one time, but it's like I've been there for like 9 hours. And yeah, I think I let out like the world's like lightest fart. Like, yeah. And everyone kind of looked around and was like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, I don't know. Did you hear something? I didn't hear nothing. You heard something? I heard something. I think it was the dog. No, it sounded like it was a duck in heat. Like, I was like, oh, you heard that? Oh, I thought that was still outside. So you get these nice charcoaly. They have to look cooked, okay? Now, we are ready to serve. So there's a lot of food here. So the burger, she'll eat this. She might eat that. If she doesn't eat it all, I'll eat the rest. I have more on mine. I didn't plate mine yet. I'll probably use 2 plates for my meal. This is breakfast and lunch. It's 11:11, and I haven't eaten today, so I'm a Viking. So I don't know if you know anything about dudes that are Vikings, but I eat a fuck ton of food, boys. All right, here we go. Plating. Vegan burger a la vegan, baby. Vegan burger. You got it. A la vegan. All right. Now you're just going to hammer down with that. Give it a little squashy. Give it a flip. Check that out. Tell me that doesn't just give you sex appeal for days, bud. Cheers. Oh, fuck that. Ah, a rink burger. It's a rink burger. Oh my god. Here in Canada, we got this thing called hockey rink. Oh man. This is a fucking rink burger right here, boys. Oh yeah. Nailed it. Man, if she's not hungry, I'm gonna eat both of these. Oh. Hey, pull my finger, Michelle. No, I gotta get out of here. Michelle, you know what that means, right? You pulled my finger too much. Now you pulled it too muchy. Now I got a header, eh? Because I gotta use the can, eh? Let's just top it right up. Make sure she's full. Oh, so good. Yeah, baby. Still what? You know what I'll do? I'll put half of it on her plate. This way, I want her to try this while it's hot, you know? I'm telling you, this is so good. Try these, okay? Cook yourself a nice vegan burger. Kick back and know that you didn't harm any living things to eat your meal today. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who watches the videos later. I know I am a serious boss and I appreciate you. Michelle K, wishing you all the best and some pain relief coming your way. Sending good vibrations. So sweet, tasting Shahan. All right. Cheers, Angel. And by the way, I love your profile picture. You look gorgeous. I have to say I love your hair because I'm looking up real close on you. 10.
Have a great day. Peace. Hashman out.